When people who should not have any knowledge of your existence not only know that you exist, but know everything about you, then there's a problem. And criminal charges need to be filed. That's a fact. I do not go anywhere near the pieces of shit in this building complex. And those outside of this building complex, I don't go near anyone. I wear, hooded coats and bundle up when I leave, and I don't talk to anyone. Even if people talk to me, if I think that there's something up with that, I will walk away and not say anything. So when these filthy, perving, creeping psycho trash, sponsored by the Greenville Group, claiming to be BLM activists, who most of whom I have never crossed paths with, because I'm very cautious when I leave the building or return to the building, when they not only know that I exist, but know my full name, know everything about me, know which unit I'm in, know all kinds of crazy stuff, then we have a problem, a real problem, because that's criminal doxing, right? The stupid, low-life, psycho trash, no-life rejects of BLM are too stupid to understand that privacy is a right. There are many laws governing privacy rights for private citizens in this country. People such as myself, who are not celebrities in any way, who are not public figures, who are not famous celebrities or sports stars or musicians even, maybe even a local rock band might get some attention, and people in that rock band or other band might, have people curious about them. But nobody who I do not cross paths with willingly should have any knowledge of who I am, but they do. And the reason for that is that the Greenville Group have been sponsoring not just a group of BLM activists, but they are employing the services of a very malignant hacker named Jasmine Irizarry. And that has been confirmed verbally on multiple occasions by Oleg Alexeyev, the property manager, who is Russian. And I am not knocking Russians. I have friends who are Russian, and they are great people. But Mr. Alexeyev seems to dabble in some pretty shady activities, including the use of pretty malignant career criminals to do his dirty work for him. People who have never met me, have never physically crossed paths with me, and with whom I have never communicated in any way, shape, or form should not know that I exist, especially when they're associated with this building complex where I actively go out of my way to avoid having any contact with the residents unless they demonstrate themselves to be normal, functional, polite, and respectful human beings, but 99% of them are not. So I avoid them like the plague. When they not only know that I exist, but know things about my personal anatomy that they shout at me or mention, then there is not just a problem, but a crime. And that crime is the use of unlawful, unpermissible surveillance devices in this unit. As many people have told me in ways that are not nice, ways that they're not trying to be helpful, they're actually bragging that, as they put it, they get to see what I do in here. And that's all BLM, perving, creeping, rejected sex offender, psycho filth. Individuals such as Mark Collins, individuals such as Michael Collins, individuals such as Charles Thomas, individuals such as Jasmine Irizarry, people who live down the hall, such as Fanny Matchett, who tell me to my face as they're crossing paths with me in the hallway that, hey, just letting you know, everybody can see what you do in there. Well, not because I'm letting them, because I keep my shades down and my door closed usually, unless there's insane amounts of cigar or marijuana smoke, and then I have to keep my door open. But even then, the door opens in the wrong direction, so that even if the door is open and somebody's standing right outside of it, the only thing they can possibly see is the wall. They can't see into this unit unless they physically walk in here. So we have a problem. We have a crime. We have an illegal situation that the Greenville Group are fully aware of, because half the people who have told me that there are surveillance devices in this unit are staffers and maintenance managers and people who are associated with those staffers and maintenance managers. I also found a surveillance device myself back in 2016, 2017, when my eyes were perfectly fine and I had 20/20 vision. And that surveillance device, as I have mentioned in many videos, was a tiny little black dot the size of the tip of a Sharpie pen that I thought was a paint splatter. But then I realized it's not a paint splatter, because if it was a splatter, by definition, there should be other splatters around it. It's not possible to have a splatter with just one point. So it wasn't a splatter. It was actually a small round lens with something that looked like an eye in it. And I looked at it and I was like, what the hell? It looks like an eye. And then I was like, wait a second. That's not what I think it is. Oh, but it was. And when I mentioned it to the staff, they sent maintenance up here, and maintenance did some removal of the device, and I never saw it again. Yeah, but because now my eyes are so bad, I can't see if there were half a dozen other little tiny black dots like it anywhere else in this unit, which obviously there are, and people keep telling me that there are, and they like to make it known that they get to see what I do in here, as so many of them have put it. I am quoting, "I get to see what you do in there, you crazy bitch, and you're a total freak." So yeah, when you keep getting shouted at by people you don't know about your anatomy, about certain of your body parts that nobody should know anything about. Not even my physician knows some of these things, but apparently the residents of this building do. Then we have not just a problem, but a crime. So I'll be pursuing that, since it keeps affecting my health, safety, and ability to do what I need to do in the privacy of this unit and in the privacy of my bathroom.